cheer makes your day. The Beer League Society, we bring the hype. Crack a cold one, ignite the night. Hey! The Beer League Society broadcast. We're live.
What up, what up, what up? Coming to you live. What's happening, fellas?
What's happening?
Not too much. Not too much.
Oh, man, I
Jason,
am
coming
excited.
at you from the cave.
Yeah.
Been
Look at that,
turning my
we're-
lights down.
It is 8 o'clock on the dot central, that is. I know that we've got people that watch on different time zones, but proud of us, boys. We came in right on time. That's what I like to hear. Big
Doesn't
cheer.
happen very often, but it always feels good. Hey, that's a big
Yeah.
cheer for us.
Yeah. How we doing?
Lots to cover today. I don't think we had too much time to dick around ahead of time. We got a lot to cover.
I'm excited, man, because we could finally talk football. I mean, not that we
In
couldn't
like a
before,
meaningful
but
way.
in a meaningful way, yeah.
It's been 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It feels
Well, I
like
mean,
forever.
it does, right?
Feels like so
feel-
long.
It does feel like it's been a while, that's for sure.
Is there anything that is more important than NFL free agency right now that anybody wants to get out of the way? You've got 30 seconds to do so. Otherwise, we're jumping right in. No? Okay. Going once, going
Literally
twice.
nothing comes to mind that's more important than what's going on
No.
in free agency right now.
No. Because I don't know about you guys, but the news that was dropped last night, and I think Cody was the first one to post it, and in our chat, and as usual, we all sat there and took a deep breath and said, let's make sure we verify this.
Right.
We verified it.
Coming from
Yeah.
Adam Scheffler.
Not coming from Adam
Yeah,
Scheffler.
right, exactly.
Coming from very reputable sources, including the Raiders' social media themselves. At the 11th hour, the Max Crosby trade that was to be gets pulled completely off the table by the Ravens in shocking fashion.
It's pretty wild.
It was
Yeah.
wild. It was.
It's
Like,
just
Yeah, it's,
a grenade in the NFL world.
there are a lot of teams pissed at the Ravens for a lot of reasons right now. And I don't know if anyone is more pissed than the Raiders after that spending frenzy they went on
Jesus.
after what they assumed was a locked up trade with,
so yeah,
with
right.
Crosby.
So, like, I mean, which was news in and of itself, something we hadn't even gotten a chance to cover yet. But at the onset of free agency, out of nowhere, you know, they're like, we had heard plenty of teams were interested in them, but never picked the Ravens to be one of them necessarily. I don't think that they were necessarily not one of them.
Kelce, I think, had a 3% chance.
3% chance? Yeah.
Yeah.
So the Ravens sneak up out of nowhere, drop 2 first-round picks this year and next year, which was, I think, 14 for them this year to trade for Max Crosby.
Yep.
And then the Raiders, like you said, go out and just go on a fucking spending spree. Like, they just unloaded a massive
drunken
contract. Unloaded a massive
They were
contract.
spending their paycheck before it was in the bank.
Before
is
it was
what
in the
they
bank,
were doing.
I mean, here's the list. Like, and this is not even complete. We got Tyler Linderbaum, who they gave the absolute bag to, Jalen Naylor, Nakobe Dean, Quay Walker, like, just all these people they were signing. Have to imagine under the auspices that they have this massive amount of cap room. And then the Ravens go and lose a bunch of players too. They lost both their tight ends, Tyler Linderbaum,
Their
Draymond
center.
Jones. Yeah, their center. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Linderbaum. Yeah. Like, that was kind of like one of the more wild things to me was like the Ravens go out and give up 2 first-round picks and cap flexibility to the Raiders, who then turn around and poach their top center with their newfound cap room.
The highest paid center in the league now.
Highest paid center, exactly.
Yep.
Highest paid center in the league. Just crazy. And then all of a sudden, last night, the trade gets rescinded from a supposed failed physical where multiple doctors, including, ironically enough, the Cowboys doctor, who is a well-respected doctor in the league, but the Cowboys were also one of the rumored to be interested teams in Max Crosby. evaluate this guy's meniscus. I think it was meniscus, right? And say that there is reason to be concerned about the long-term prognosis of him after about a year or two. And apparently that's what caused them to say, "Oh, we're gonna renege on this one," sending like a shockwave.
Probably had nothing. Yeah, it probably had nothing to do with them getting absolutely roasted for 24 hours about how they just got taken to the shed on that trade.
Yeah. And just, their entire team got worse, and they still added Max Crosby somehow.
I think that's what you call buyer's remorse, right?
Yeah.
That's where my head went. Although I did hear, and so then the final piece of this puzzle, well, to date, at least at this point, is that right after that news permeated, what do the Ravens go and do? Sign Trey Hendrickson, the other top edge rusher in free agency for just cash.
And a 4-year deal.
And a 4-year deal, for less per year than the Bengals had offered him the last 2 years, but whatever. But what is hilarious, I guess not hilarious. Hilarious if for anyone that's not a Colts fan, is the Colts were literally apparently nearing a done deal with Trey Hendrickson, and they were like, just
actually hear this.
Oh yeah.
So they were just ironing out the small intricacies of it, and apparently Trey's camp went quiet.
Yeah.
And then after an extended period of time with no response, they're like, okay, obviously they know something that we don't know. What's going on? Then it breaks. Yeah.
He was in Baltimore. There was, I heard that he entered the Baltimore facility to talk contract talks while Max Crosby was being evaluated by the doctor in his physical.
I wonder if he knew that.
They basically. So here's the other wrinkle to this.
Word spread from Dallas.
Here's the other wrinkle to this. This one I saw and can confirm that the Ravens GM, he spoke to the media today, claims that this was the plan all along, that he wanted to sign both Max Crosby and Trey Hendrickson and create the biggest edge rush duo ever assembled on a football field. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
That's basically how I feel, but he said it in front of the public.
Cap space wasn't a thing.
Yeah.
Right.
He said it in front of the public though. Well, ironically, cap space wasn't a thing because just that morning Lamar restructured $40 million of cap room out of his contract. So there is a conceivable path. Done it. Yes, there is a conceivable path where they could have done that. But I also just feel like this is damage control for them right now. Always was damage control. They got cold feet. They probably, if I'm reading into it, I bet somebody misread his diagnosis stupidly, that it was a meniscus, repair versus, there's two types of surgeries.
It was a replacement versus a repair.
Yeah, versus a repair. And there's one that has a week-to-week timetable for return, and there's one that's month-to-month timetable for return. And I dollars to donuts, some jackasses in Baltimore probably thought it was the former and not the latter. And even if for some reason they didn't already know what they were getting themselves into with Max Crosby, everybody in the entire NFL knew he was laid out, with a meniscus injury. So I don't know where they get surprised. If it were
an undiscovered new injury, I'd be like, okay, I get it. But it's the same injury that he very publicly already had surgery on.
Right.
So very I don't know. I'm calling buyer's remorse, but whatever.
Yep. So and that seems to be what the rest of the league
know
thinks
that.
Too.
So he's already had the surgery once?
Yeah. Yeah, he's recovering from the surgery. And
No. I know that he's recovering from it,
Oh.
but he's already had the surgery once already.
No, I'm talking about the recent surgery
yeah,
that he's still recovering from.
yeah.
Right.
No,
I
he's
said
not.
if it would have been a different injury that they discovered, not the
Yeah.
one that he very publicly just is recovering
Right.
from, like
Right.
that I could see pulling for a failed physical. But if it's, of course, the one that he just had surgery on is not going to be completely
Right.
back to normal.
Yeah.
So like, but all of that would have been known before they agreed to the deal.
Before it.
So
yeah.
like that's
Right.
why it feels like a buyer's remorse thing, not a like,
yeah.
oh, maybe, I don't know.
I don't know. Like, yeah, it's almost like I'm not gonna play the intro, so don't ask. But it's almost like tin hat take kind of at this point right now, like where, where like like how much sway does a team have in what the doctors come out and say as well too? Because like if you truly are having buyer's remorse, like the way that the doctor's report posited it was that there, the short-term prognosis is right on track, which is what his doctor and his agent have always said, is that if anything, he's ahead of schedule to return from his surgery. But the way that they angled it was that there's long-term concern beyond year 2. I don't know how they determined that, but that was the angle that they took. So there's some like plausible deniability there. That's like, oh yeah, we knew about this. We thought we were good now, but we didn't realize we we're not going to be good in 3 years when we go to extend them. Like it.
Yeah, I'm looking at meniscus tear. So you can't have a meniscus. You can have a meniscus repair, but a meniscus replacement is actually a total knee replacement.
Yeah, I don't think it was replacement, but
I don't think so either.
Isn't there like a lesser degree even still from repair?
It doesn't sound like it. There's basically there's 2 types. There's and the replacement is the meniscus is apparently it's the cartilage between the knee that basically pads the 2 joints together, and there's a tear in that somehow, and so then it looks like they put 2 titanium plates. They basically cap the bone with 2 titanium plates and then replace the patella. So, yeah, I mean that's a pretty big surgery.
That's
which
pretty
I don't
big.
think
Yeah,
he had.
I don't think that was that, but there was there was something that was like some procedure that was
meniscus
like
repair. He had a repair.
He had a repair. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. In any event, none of this stuff should have been news to the Ravens. They should have done their homework. Two first was always too high of a thing for, in my opinion, for a guy who is where he was. Micah Parsons, maybe I could see it, but not. I don't think Crosby was worth 2 1s.
I don't think so either. And now that's going to drop. So that's the new.
Is it?
So what is the new?
What's the new buying price?
You're right. What's the new buying price?
I don't know. Like to me, I feel like I've heard it. I think Schefter or Rappaport, one of the two, reported that there's a very real possibility that he just stays.
He just stays. He just
Vegas.
reported to their facility today.
Yeah.
So he's already there.
And I don't think that that's necessarily what he wants. I think he'd be probably open to it, but I don't think he wants that. I just think that Vegas is kind of in a position right now where if they want to get rid of him, they're going to take pennies on the dollar compared to what they had before, or they can hold on to him and, try to make something of it. And maybe he comes back and has a good year and then they try again later or something. I don't know.
You can trade him mid-year. I mean,
could do that too.
Right.
Show that he's back in form. Get him out there a little bit. Nothing saying you can't trade him midseason.
You could trade him midseason, and then the cap doesn't technically apply midseason, right?
Midseason.
So it applies against the following season, I believe.
Yeah.
So the teams have a bit more flexibility, although they've mostly done most of their trades at that point. So, yeah, it's interesting. I think, oh man, what would you think the trade value would be? if you're thinking draft picks.
I mean, we did this.
Firsts, now
So the Bears were supposedly in on it from the jump when it was 2 firsts was the asking price. I'd like to think they didn't offer that, although there was some rumors that they did offer it, but the Ravens jumped them because they've got ours is like 27 or 25, pick 25, I think, and theirs is pick 14. So obviously they trumped us.
More valuable first, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that that's what we offered. That was the speculation. So I did the thought exercise of like, what would I realistically pay? I mean, the first asking price was 2 firsts and an impactful player, which obviously they did not.
Which was insanity.
They did not get. Yeah, they just got 2 firsts, and no players. To be honest with you, the way the draft kind of shakes out,
I could still see it being a first and a second.
I could still easily see at least I could see 1 first. I could second, maybe I would maybe lean third. I'd say a first and a third if we're going just draft picks, or a first and an impactful player. Maybe
depends on what team he's going to. If it's like a later first, later second, I don't see any team saying no to that.
I would give them, from the Bears' perspective, I would give them our pick 25 or 27. I can't remember which one it is. And honestly, if they wanted a motivated Dayo Adangbo, I would give them a motivated Dayo Adangbo in a first.
It sounds like they were interested in Dayo.
Initially, they were kind of interested in him, but yeah, that was before he got motivated. Now he's motivated.
Right.
So
if I were the Bears and I could get Max Crosby for a late first and a late second, I'm doing that.
I think I would,
especially like with how much closer it really puts you guys. I mean, because he is a game wrecker. Like consistently.
He definitely is.
He doesn't have the edge rush stats like in the areas that you covet. Like he's not a sack leader kind of guy. He gets his sacks. Don't get me wrong, but he wrecks. He probably
gets double teamed as much as Garrett or anybody.
What I like about him the most, I think, is his lateral movement, his ability to like sense and move laterally across the field. Like this was like when they played us, and I think Caleb even said this as much too. He got a pick against us where like he wasn't even in Caleb's field of view when it started, but he was able to move laterally across the field before Caleb could release the ball and get a hand on it and tip it to himself. Like that's the stuff that I see in Max Crosby, is that he's smart. He knows the game and can read and react quickly, and he can move laterally across the field and just get in people's freaking way, and yeah, then he draws double teams as a result. You have to game plan for him. And if you got a half decent edge rush on the other side, like we do with Montez Sweat, adding somebody like him, even if he doesn't get the sacks, is going to enable so many players on your defense when everybody's looking over their shoulder for where's 98.
And that's exactly what he brings, right? Like before every snap, there are 5, 6, maybe 7 guys in the NFL that every single play, the quarterback reads the defense and then they look for that guy. Okay, where are they at? Yeah. Where are they standing? Max Crosby is one of them. Like Myles Garrett, Micah Parson, Crosby, TJ Watt, Bosa, Hendrickson. Like it's rarefied air where every single play the quarterback has to look where they're at.
Yeah,
and
which is ironic because he doesn't have the bulk and the size that those other guys do have, but he has the motor.
But he has the drive, right? Exactly. Yeah. He's got the motor. He just doesn't quit.
He's a high motor guy, and like he really feels like when he's on the field, he's only responsible for his edge and pursuit. Yet he feels like he's a middle linebacker out there. Like he can.
Yeah. I feel like he's everywhere.
He feels like exactly. Yeah. He feels like he's everywhere, even though he's responsible for his side, his edge, and like backside contain and like pursuit in the run game. Those are the only nobody's asking him to do all this stuff. But he does it, he does it as if he's like a middle linebacker. And that's what drew me to him. I would be happy if the Bears got him like I'm not sure what I'm willing to give up, and I wasn't really willing to give up what was needed to get him in the first place. So I'm like happy either way, but there's like this part of me that kind of wants him.
So we have 25, two picks in the second at 57 and 60. Well, so 60 is from Buffalo.
Would have been really nice to get those third-round picks.
Yeah, right. So we do have a third-round pick 89, and then a fourth-round pick from LA at 129, and then 2 7s. So we go from 4 to 7. So we have pick 241. So almost at the end. So.
Yeah, I don't know what I would give up for him, to be honest. At this point, I'm going to close my eyes. If we get him, I'll be happy. If I read that we overpaid for him, I'm going to be less happy. If we don't get him, I'm going to be happy that we did not overpay for him. I guess that's the way I'm looking at the situation.
I was excited when I heard he was back on the market just for the chance that the Bengals could get him. And I'm like, oh wait, we've got the 10th pick in the draft. I'm not giving that up. Like I'm not giving the 10th up.
There's a lot of
with some of the defensive talent that we've got at in the top half of that first draft.
That's a big wrinkle because it is an edge deep draft. So there's a lot of people with edge needs right now that are licking their chops waiting to get in on this draft. But it could also
100%.
blow up, like we're not exactly in the greatest of spots, though we have a ton of draft capital that could be used to hop a few teams if we needed to, but we technically don't. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this one, but I just want to be on record as saying that the NFL screwed the Bears out of compensatory picks with Ian Cunningham, our assistant GM, who left to go be some stupid ass title that they gave him in Atlanta because they technically gave general manager title to Matt Ryan, even though Matt Ryan has said that Ian Cunningham's going to be the one responsible for calling all the shots in terms of personnel and any other GM. I think he even used the language that he is going to general manage the Atlanta Falcons, and that wasn't enough for them to enable the Rooney Rule to give us the 2 third-round compensatory picks.
It's a bad look.
It's a bad look for the NFL. Yeah. And I could say that non-biasedly as a Bears fan because honestly, the Falcons were saying, yeah, he's a GM. The Bears should get the picks. The Bears were saying, yeah, he's a GM. We should get the picks. Nobody was sticking, like throwing their hand up saying, nope, this doesn't seem right. Yet the NFL decided in their infinite wisdom not to award us the picks. So we would have had a lot of draft capital that we could have used to hop a few people and draft an edge rusher in this edge rush heavy draft, but now we can't.
Well,
anyway,
speaking of draft capital and jumping a bunch of spots to move around, Mitch Trubisky signs with Tennessee today, so that's or this week. So there's that. That's exciting. Good for.
I love following that guy's career. Yeah. Like, because he's not bad enough, like Justin Fields, where you're just like, at some point he's gonna get just leave the league. Mitch is like hanging on. He's going places. He's getting a few starts here and there.
He's a Chase Daniel. Who's the other guy that played for like 17 teams?
Fitzmagic?
Fitzmagic was it wasn't Fitzmagic though. It was what's his face?
Didn't Kitna play for a shit ton of teams too?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't that for long ago. It was actually dude played for the Bears too. I'll figure out.
Brissett?
No.
Jacoby Brissett's played for a shit ton.
Yeah,
Alex
that's
Smith
true.
played for a few.
He got signed again too. Where'd he go? He just got signed by a notable team.
Jacoby Brissett did? Oh,
yeah.
I don't know.
Where did he go?
Josh McCown.
Yeah, Josh McCown. That's
who
you're thinking of.
Oh yeah. He's a journeyman for sure.
Yeah. So
it was like
that's what I was thinking of.
Fitzpatrick, Josh Johnson, Josh McCown.
Josh Johnson was 14. It says 14 plus teams.
We stopped counting.
We stopped counting after plus.
Right.
Both Fitz and Josh McCown are tied for 9.
Yeah.
So that's pretty impressive. Pretty impressive.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, Andy Dalton's making his rounds. He's played just about every game.
Oh my god.
I was dude.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
the Andy Dalton one was interesting too because I was looking at, of course, with the Max Crosby stuff, there was a bunch of stuff that came out, and somebody posted like the top 5 pivots of all time, like where you had to like pivot from your plan A to plan B. Number one, because it was most recent, was Crosby to Trey. But like I think in 2019, I don't even remember this. One of the biggest pivots was the Bears pivoting from apparently Russell Wilson to pick up Andy Dalton. Do you remember that, Jason? Do you remember us being in on like Russell Wilson at any point?
I don't know, but
it was like 19, I think, 2019.
I don't know.
I don't remember that. Anyway,
I don't remember that either.
I thought that was an interesting side note, but
yeah,
on the Red Rocket.
You know, who else has gotten around is Napoleon Dynamite, Mike Lennon. He's gotten around.
Oh yeah,
too.
The neck Glennon.
We're 30 minutes in and we haven't gotten past Crosby.
I still have more to talk about because what do you think this does? The one last point I was going to make is, what do you think this does? This whole thing stems from this bullshit thing called the quote unquote legal tampering period.
Which is the stupidest crap in the world. Just move free agency back.
Yeah. It doesn't make any sense.
Or up.
Yeah.
Right.
The NFL created this situation by allowing teams to quote unquote negotiate. And then in the age of social media, they're surprised that these negotiations get leaked to media outlets who run with the story as if these deals are signed. And then we have
like Trey Hendrickson to Dallas.
Exactly. So we have 3 days worth of fucking people just assuming this stuff's going on. Yeah. People making moves based on what they hear. And then
I tell you, the result of this, though, is legal tampering is gone next year. I'm calling it.
That's what I'm saying. I have to imagine.
It has to, because they're going to have to give the Raiders flexibility in the cap because of what happened, at least temporarily.
The Raiders are under.
I read that, but I read that somewhere that they're going to offer them something in return.
That would piss me off more than anything.
Probably,
because again, the NFL didn't tell them to go on this spending spree, knowing damn well that nothing is official until free agency opens and that contract is signed.
Yep.
So,
but like
that would make me more upset than anything.
And technically speaking, the Raiders didn't also sign any of these people either because it's legal tampering.
True.
So what this ends up creating is a situation where multiple teams across most of the NFL landscape is reading and reacting to unfinished contracts on social media and doing things as a result, making business decisions.
Absolutely.
That then would have to go back and be like this. Like, I would love nothing more than for every team to step up and start rescinding their offers based on what they thought they did, based on the Max Crosby trade, just to put NFL's ass out there and be like, look, you guys created this. Yeah, we acted stupid. We're stupid for doing this. Absolutely. Like, they would need to eat crow in order for this to happen. But they very much should put the NFL on blast by saying this legal tampering period in the age of social media with all these like gumshoe reporters that are like breaking these stories is created this situation that we now have to rewind fucking everything because the one domino that fell at the top ended up not falling, and like relaunch, do like a relaunch of free agency where everything goes back to square one. I'd love to see that happen, but it's not going to.
Just
but
hit the big red button.
Reset
everything.
Reset. Nothing happened. Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing is like, as soon as that happened to the Raiders could just as easily been like, all right, fine. Then no. All right, we're pulling out of this trade. We're pulling out of this trade. We're pulling out of this trade. And then it's mayhem. I mean, think of again, like what it did to the Colts. They thought they had Trey Hendrickson in the bag.
Think
of, I mean, the Bengals were in on Crosby. And then once they heard what he was fetching, and that there were other people that had offered that, they're like, okay, then we're going to go sign this other guy.
Dallas probably doesn't sign Gary.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So Bears probably don't sign Khalif Raymond, but I mean, it's not. That wasn't a big signing, but
what do you mean? Khalif Raymond's a good signing.
No, I'm just saying, like.
Oh, because he's got a big deal. Kobe Bryant was a bigger deal.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway.
But
we'll get to that one later. All right.
No, I think the ripple effect is going to be noticeable,
real.
and there's going to be some really shitty teams who are going to second guess everything next year.
Right. Well, unless legal tampering is just taken away.
Yeah.
Or they move things like you're allowed to, do the not physical prior to free agency. I don't know. Like I don't know how they would handle that.
Yeah, I feel like maybe that could be a good idea where it's like you have to go through.
You'd almost have to extend the legal tampering period
right,
to allow for things like that to happen.
Everything to hit. Like you need to have a negotiation period, then like a ratifying period where like you can negotiate up to this point. Then for this amount of days, you ratify everything you need to ratify, contract language, physicals, stuff of that nature. Get it all legally approved, and then free agency opens and you basically just submit the paperwork and it goes through, rather than have to do any sort of steps that could potentially muck with these deals as soon as free agency opens.
Something has to happen though. Something.
Agreed.
I think this is gonna. I don't know that if it's going to happen next year, but something will change due to the outcome of this.
Yeah. All right.
Well, yeah.
What else we got?
that's the Max Crosby saga. While that's all going on, I don't want to talk about the Bears first. We'll skip over the Bears. Dolphins.
Yeah, the Dolphins are on the corner having a fire sale.
Yeah. They let go of Tua, who was immediately picked up by Atlanta.
Yeah.
Right. There's a funny meme out there that I was seeing was a guy with a blue shirt who was holding a blue shirt over
the same exact shirt for Christmas.
The same exact shirt. Yeah. Kirk Cousins. Tua.
Yeah.
There you
go.
More
like Penix and Tua.
It was Penix.
Yeah, it's more
and
like
Tua.
Penix and Tua.
Yeah, because Penix is the one with the messed up knees, and Tua is the guy who's one concussion away from meeting Jesus.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
But they're basically, you put the two of them together and you have like a Frankenstein quarterback who might be somewhat serviceable, but I don't know what their doctors are capable of over there.
Immediately after releasing Tua, then they send Minka off for a 7th.
Yeah, right?
Right.
For a 7th round pick?
Is
Jesus.
Insane.
Yeah.
They basically just gave him away.
Yeah. So
and then they're eating
after that, like 30 minutes. Yeah, and then they're eating $100 million
in cap space. Yeah, they're
on
Tua to just
and he's getting
eating that money.
And I guess from Atlanta's perspective, it's kind of low risk because I think they have to eat they have to pay him $1.5 million in cap space or something
ridiculous.
Like that, like the absolute league minimum they have to pay him because he's got. Everything's covered by the fucking Dolphins.
Yeah.
So basically, the Dolphins are paying for him to play in Atlanta.
In Atlanta, absolutely.
Right. And like in like a 2-hour span, it feels like they cut Tua, they just basically handed Minka away, and then sign Malik Willis in like a 2-hour span. Right. It's like, it almost seemed spiteful at some point. Like, someone's getting fired. They know they're getting fired, and they're like, "I'm gonna set this franchise back."
Dude, dude, low key,
it felt personal.
Malik Willis might be the best signing of the entire free agency. Maybe. I'm not gonna lie,
dude can play.
I mean,
he can play.
So he can play for sure. This is not his first rodeo. He's been here for a while. Right. It's not like he was like a year or two, and like it's like he's been here for a while. He's gotten his shots and crumbled. I'm rooting for the guy. I actually really like him. Coming out, they were talking about him being like a top 3 pick, and then he's another one that fell at the draft because it was like, oh, he's got all the intangibles. He just needs more reps. He needs more reps. But like to immediately sign him to like it was like a 3-year deal or something like that. After like a backup role. I don't know. It's I don't know.
It's interesting.
I don't know.
I don't know much about his time in Tennessee, but I will say that his time in Green Bay, I mean, like, he's buried behind Jordan Love, and arguably he's there. I'm going to say this because I'm a biased Bears fan, but going. He's arguably the better quarterback out of the two, and he's getting buried behind. There are people even in Green Bay believe that. I'm not making. This is not a hot take. There are people in Green Bay that somewhat believe that he's a better quarterback than Jordan Love is. Just because every time he's had to step up, with the exception of the time he fumbled, he probably reset that whole narrative when he fumbled the snap in overtime against the Bears. But prior to that point, he had been somewhat considered the better quarterback. Cheeky, it was a cheeky thing. I don't think people were being serious, but the point is that I think Malik Willis, low key, could be a huge signing for the Dolphins.
He could be.
Could be.
I'm not saying it's out of the realm of possibility by a stretch.
Yeah.
I think it's risky, especially considering the moves that you had just made in the previous 90 minutes or whatever.
I mean, honestly, at this point, you have to consider it the fact that they're paying Malik Willis $99 million or whatever to play quarterback, because you also have to add in to his contract. Yeah. So to that end, yes.
The thing is, like,
but he was the top free agent quarterback
as a backup on your team.
Right.
Like, you're gonna eat $100 million dead cap to prove a point. I think you lost that point. I think the point is you lost. Like, that was a bad business decision. That seemed like an emotional decision.
They're pretty emotional down there in Miami, I feel like, but
I mean, there's a reason that
I mean, who else were they going to get though? They like
cackling as he was being wheeled off the field with his leg facing the wrong direction. Like, he was so excited to get
so happy to get out, to get out of this fucking shit show.
Right.
But like I mean, like, Malik was like unanimously voted as the top free agent quarterback in this free agency class. So even if you don't believe that he's a great quarterback,
I would argue I would much rather have Kyler Murray than I would Malik Willis. That's not even close for me.
No. I agree. Maybe I'm trying to fit. I think it was. I think I maybe
seems like one of those.
No. I think I misstated. I think I misstated it. I think he was unanimously the most coveted backup quarterback in free agency.
That's probably better. That's a more.
So out of backup quarterbacks, he was the best backup quarterback that's waiting for his shot, second only to or just ahead of Tyson Bagent, who's our backup quarterback. Those two are 1 and 2 in terms of backup quarterbacks that are due a shot or looking for a shot to become a starter. So but no, hands down, I agree with you. There's as much as I don't think Kyler Murray's cut out for the NFL, he's still a better pickup than Malik Willis for sure. And now he's going to go play for the Vikings.
I say, wait till he gets picked up by the Vikings tomorrow, and then just goes absolutely bananas with that wide receiver core.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little scared to see him start throwing to Jettas over there. But
let Mini-Me start slinging it to Jet.
It's basically
nothing's. Yeah, I mean that's the I'm sure the Vegas Vegas favorite, but like
I mean. What could happen? He fails his physical because they measure his height and realize it's too short.
Right. He's not tall enough to ride this ride, kind of thing. Like,
Turns out we have a height requirement here, and you don't.
Yeah. Right.
Or
if you could pass clearly under the turnstiles into the building, we can't track where you're going at all times. So.
Or a daily limit on COD.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. We're gonna have to put parental controls on his Xbox.
Yeah.
By the way, sad note. R.I.P. Xbox. Did you guys hear about that?
No.
Microsoft apparently is stepping away from the gaming industry to better focus its resources and time on AI.
Yeah.
So the expectation is they will no longer be releasing any further Xbox. consoles.
What?
Yeah. That was the big breaking news last week.
I mean, it's a tough industry. I mean, they're
Well, and then Steam's coming out with their own consoles, which is like by far and away.
So like that's
in PC gaming.
Yeah, we'll sidebar this one for a minute, but like, yeah, to me, it's like there's not a ton of players in that, which signals how tough it is to be a console, in the industry
To even make it into the console wars.
Exactly. And like like when you're like a company like Microsoft who has enough capital to invest into it, and you're still kind of like third on the list, you can look at it one of two ways. Well, I'm third, so I'm getting a good market share, but I'm also dead last, outside of, and then all of a sudden Steam comes up, and now there's a fourth player in the mix in the console wars, and like I could see from Microsoft's perspective, especially because they need to invest a shit ton of capital in order to compete on the AI side of things. The easiest way to cut expenses would be in the console industry. So I get it.
Yahoo Finance article says Xbox being sunsetted as Microsoft shifts focus to AI, co-founder says.
Yeah.
Even though they just announced that there's a new next-gen console coming out?
It's not going to be the Xbox. I don't know.
It's called
that's
the
typically
Project Helix.
But isn't that how things go though? Like, you got a bunch of people that are working, and then you're not going to like tell them to stop working on what they're working on when you make a strategic decision to cut their department.
Well, it says
because then that signals what's going on.
CNBC is saying that Microsoft plans to ship prototypes of the next Xbox console to developers in 2027.
I mean, I don't
know.
I think that
IGN said Xbox is being sunsetted.
Inconclusive. Yeah. I think being sunsetted does not necessarily mean that they're not going to release any new products at this point. It just means that whenever the cycle catches up to the point at which they sunset, that's when you probably can expect nothing else to be done. They likely already have investment in this next gen console, and they'll probably release it. But then once that's done, and people start thinking, what are we going to work on next? That's probably when they'll be like, sorry, nothing, and we'll let it ride out into the sunset.
Interesting.
End of an era.
Yeah.
End of an era.
Kind of crazy.
All my kids' friends are all on Xboxes. There's nobody on PlayStation, which is interesting. Yeah, you got an Xbox too? Yeah.
I mean, within reach. I tend to focus on PC as of the last like 3 or 4 years, but I mean it stays close.
So Microsoft said Wednesday that it will send video game developers prototypes of its next generation Xbox console in 2027 as company tries to narrow the gap with Nintendo and Sony. It said that it'll feature a custom chip, and it says. Yeah, announcement comes weeks after the company's longtime gaming head was retiring, and just over 7%.
How old is the article?
Today.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Was it posted by Adam Scheffler?
Yeah, I was looking at AGN. Yeah,
no. CNBC. I mean,
that's right.
It did say that it's fell. Just over 7% of Microsoft revenue came from gaming in December, from the December quarter, with Xbox hardware revenue falling 32%. So it undersold alternatives from Nintendo and Sony. And X are more affordable. Series X are more affordable. Series S came out in 20. Blah 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 blah. Anyway, yeah. So it is saying that it laid off. Last year, the business laid off employees and scrapped titles that had been in development.
Well, also, there are some overlaps to the business model of AI and gaming, because where like you look at Steam, which is that's the online one, right?
Right, PC.
Like where all of the games are rendered on server farms somewhere else, and you just video stream them to your machine, and then you like exchange controller moves over the internet, but you're not playing it like on a physical console same kind of hardware as AI. Give me a bunch of GPU farms. Maybe they stand up something to compete with that, where it's like.
It sounds like this new Xbox is supposed to compete more on that the hardware that they're going to sunset, not necessarily gaming in general.
Gaming, yeah. So maybe that could be their pivot. They're just gonna do it all. Because I thought that's kind of a cool like approach to things. I like Luna, Microsoft, or that wasn't Microsoft. Amazon Luna did something like that as well too. That was kind of cool.
I mean, people are really excited about the Steam machine, which is, I mean, I said it's offering like 4K, 60 frame per second performance. I mean, it's.
Guys, we're getting off fucking topic here.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
You want to keep going? We can if you want to. I just was going to try to.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
We'll shift it back.
We'll shift it back.
Right.
But
We're gonna let Lean Green Fighting Machine's gonna bring us back onto topic because this is a good one. Geno Smith back on the New York Jets.
In the New York groove. Yeah.
Life comes
is a
full circle. Yeah.
Time is a flat circle.
Yeah.
We'll see.
It's crazy.
We'll see. And they traded for him.
Right, they did, which was kind of crazy.
I mean, I can't imagine. Yeah.
They only traded a pick swap. They only traded before you go crazy.
Yeah.
They only traded a pick swap for him.
It was still a trade.
Right. I feel like it was.
Smith.
I feel
it's
it was
more
almost
or less just to keep him from hitting free agency, so they don't have to deal with anyone else's debacle. Like,
right. Which
let's unload him from a team that obviously does not want him before he gets on free agency.
Right.
I mean, if you're the Jets and you don't have the first round pick this year, despite your best efforts to fuck things up, like at this point, I feel like you pick swapped and traded for the best tank option you possibly could have. Especially if you look at track record, because pretty much every team that Geno Smith has played on and left, they end up getting the first overall pick right afterwards.
Maybe that's the plan.
I honestly think it's the Arch Manning plan.
They're not
they were
tanking hard enough.
Right. Like they decided to trade for Geno Smith and swap a 6th and a 7th round pick to get the worst quarterback possible, so that they could be in on the Arch Manning sweepstakes.
I mean, they have made some decent. They have made some decent trade or like off-season signings. Like they're the ones that got Minka Fitzpatrick for a 7th.
Right.
So, I mean, that's a solid pickup.
They have some dudes on the defense, possibly. I don't know. Yeah. Brees Hall, they franchise tagged him, so he's still around.
Right.
Poor
Who'd they
Brees.
sign?
Free Brees Hall.
Yeah, Joseph Asai. That was a pretty decent edge pickup.
Ex-Bengal. Yeah, they got a cornerback in right.
And Gabare.
5.5.
Yeah.
Got a kicker, Cade York.
Devondre Sweat.
And they still have Justin Fields.
Do they?
Yeah, let's not forget about friend of the podcast, Justin Fields.
Rest in peace, Justin Fields' career.
Yeah. Pour
what else?
The homies.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, they're gonna be competing in that in training camp for the starting spot. It's a toss up between Geno and Justin.
For the worst quarterback you could throw out there, so you can.
I don't know how somehow Justin Fields just keeps getting in situations where he could very possibly work his way back into the starting lineup. It keeps happening.
Right.
He
Only
did
to
it with
lose
the Steelers. He did it with Jets. He did he's going to do it with Jets again.
The only thing is he called too much attention to himself throughout his career. Like he's very similar to Mitch Trubisky, but Mitch Trubisky, like as soon as he left Chicago, just quietly went and did his thing on the side, and
he quietly went and became Josh Allen's backup for 4 years.
But that's what I mean. Is like I'm not saying that he's
played well when he was in.
I'm not saying he's on the precipice of breaking out, but if he were to break out, people wouldn't necessarily be shocked as much as they would with Justin Fields, because Justin Fields just seems to be in the fucking spotlight for how bad he is all the time, whereas nobody's like nobody's like, oh my God, did you see Mitch Trubisky? What a fucking bum. Like they've written him off a long time ago. You know, like people are still holding on to
irrelevant, I would say, is worse than being in the spotlight for bad reasons.
Until you get to the point where you could have a career renaissance, and then you would rather be the one who didn't get dogged on.
I would say that Fitzmagic and Josh McCown and Chase Daniel, all those guys, they would disagree.
Minshew.
Hey, they've happily stayed irrelevant and collected that check.
Minshew was the one that went to Arizona.
Blake Bortles made tens of millions of dollars, never doing anything. So
right.
I think we're overthinking this with the Geno Smith thing. I think the Jets flat out just got themselves a guy that's perfectly fine being the scapegoat. Because at the end of the day, hey, if anything's wrong, just blame me. Just blame me.
Keep saying this, man. Right. If something don't look right out there, blame it on me, right? If it don't look right, blame it on me. That's all you can do. Blame it on me. If your kids mess up at school, blame it on me. Car break down going to work, blame it on me.
Yeah.
Jets over here like, this dude's spitting. Let's get this dude on our team.
But they already had him. It's like you have to, like, that's the part that to me feels like this was targeted failure.
No take backs.
Yeah, like you had, like you've been through this already. You know where this road leads. You know, like
how weird would that be?
Tell that
walking into that locker room, right? Having already been there, it's like going. It's like leaving a job and then 5 years later coming back to the same job.
If he more money, right?
If he went
for more money.
If he went back to the Jets after he left Seattle, I could see it. But like he had his little mini renaissance in Seattle and then went straight to Las Vegas and shit the bed in the most spectacular way possible.
Right. To be fair, the situation that he came
not
from
optimum.
And went to, not optimal.
Yeah.
With that being said, the new situation he's finding himself in is
it's
also
not optimal either.
Optimal.
Yeah.
But
I mean, at least he was throwing to Brock Bowers over there in Las Vegas. Like, like who's he going to throw to in the Jets? Like, I don't know.
Who else did he throw to that didn't demand that did not
Jacoby
demand
Myers,
a trade that did not demand a trade like Jacoby Myers did.
Fair enough.
This season.
That's true.
So, I mean,
you got me there. Got me there. But probably because Geno Smith was thrown to him.
Right.
We'll see. I hope he has like a Sam Darnold resurgence, and every team that like shit on him is like, where the hell was this? Like,
no,
right?
Well, Fitzpatrick did that for a little bit too.
That's not going to happen.
Right? He had a little bit of
a
little resurgence. All right. Oh, we got to talk about Danny Dimes getting the bag.
Fucking Danny Dimes, Jesus Christ!
Indianapolis is just.
What's with you today? You got a potty
time.
mouth today.
Yeah,
you're Mr. Potty Mouth today.
I don't know.
Like, would be very disappointed.
I just thought. Don't say. You don't bring the kids into this. Come on.
Oh, disappointed. They're not.
My heart.
His kids aren't mad. They're just disappointed, Andy. Like,
yeah. I'm sorry.
Indianapolis, they're not having a good time right now. I mean, they lose Pittman to the Steelers.
Right.
They release. Yep. Yeah. They release. Was it Pierce? Alec?
No,
Pierce?
no. They re-signed Pierce. They re-signed Pierce.
But they released him and then signed him back.
And then did they really? I did not see that.
I thought that was the whole thing.
All I know is my notes on Alec Pierce was that he got 4 for 114, which
is like insane.
That's
insane.
Just short of Amon-Ra St. Brown money for comparison. Just short of it. I think Amon-Ra was like 120 and he's like 114. Like, no, there's no way you can be in the same like room as Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Then you go throw
but wait, there's
bills.
More.
Right. Then you go throw bills at Danny Dimes.
At Danny Dimes,
dude,
yeah.
Indiana Jones, I hear getting the second highest,
2-year deal?
Per year.
No,
first year.
The highest 2 year. Yeah, so highest
second 2 year.
Right, it's definitely the highest 2
year.
year. So the rumor coming out of Colts camp, or well, not camp, but their people, was that Danny Dimes was looking for 50 mil, somewhere in the neighborhood of 50 mil a year, which was just fucking astronomical.
Who's his agent
for half a season.
Half a season this guy put together, and all of a sudden he was trying to out Kirk Cousins, like he straight up, like, Kirk Cousins' deal was average like 44.5 mil, I think, per year, and Danny Dimes was out there asking for 50 per year. Granted, less years, but still asking for 50 per year for a quarterback who had less of a pedigree than even Kirk Cousins did, at the point where Kirk Cousins was asking for that. And then the news broke at first where it was like, it's technically 88 for 2, so it's like a 44 AAV, a 44 mil AAV. But then you come to find out that if you factor in incentives, it's actually closer to 100 mil for 2 years. So 50 for 1 year, yeah.
for half a season.
For half a fucking season, yeah, before he blew.
Half a season, right?
Unbelievable.
I mean, good on him.
Look, I like Sig. I like what she was doing. I like the fact that she's getting her nose dirty and trying to figure this whole thing out. I don't know how much, if any, she had.
With the clipboard.
Yeah, exactly. I like that. I'm for that. I like to see, people
getting their hands dirty, getting
her hands dirty. Yeah. Just so happens she's a woman, which is great too. Like that, she can kind of bring that aspect of things to it. But she was out, like, I don't care who it was, women or men.
She was not only out there doing her shit. She was a damn presence.
Exactly.
Like, she was business on that field. Like,
yeah, I don't like. You don't even have, like, if it was a guy out there doing the same thing, I would be impressed. Like, in the fact that she's, like a woman owner out there just putting pen to paper and fucking getting after it. I don't know if I like this contract at all. I don't know. You're really putting a lot of money in that.
I do not see it upside. I see a lot of risk and not a lot of upside.
Right, on an injured quarterback.
On an injured quarterback, yep. And, like, they tagged him, and then there were people that once people in the Colts fandom that were like, let this fucking guy walk. If he's asking for 50 mil a year, let him fucking walk. We'll figure something else out, because
he wasn't getting 50 mil anywhere else.
No.
Who was going to give him 50
Who's going to give him that for an injured quarterback?
No shot. Yeah.
No shot.
They throw money at Alex Pierce. They throw money at Danny Dimes. They let go of Pittman, which is really their only proven wide receiver.
Right.
I mean, they've got Warren, which is great, but,
number crunching must not be that good.
Yeah, I'm really not sure what to make of that. What's going on with Indy? I was, in a vacuum, I was really, like, interested and intrigued by their season and where it was going, and watching the Danny Dimes resurgence, and watching, just how far they could go. But now it almost feels like they're just, like, sliding off of a cliff, and I'm not sure what to make of them for next year.
I don't know. I think two things really led to the misconception of what happened last year.
Richardson.
One, the beginning of that season, they had an incredibly convenient schedule. But they've got some good names there. So, like, it almost throws off the narrative, but you got to think, like, the Ravens were not the Ravens that we know and that we've come to expect, and they're in there. So it looked like they beat good teams, but what really happened is they had a really easy strength of the schedule, and they just jumped on JT's back and let him run 1,000 yards in like 4 weeks or whatever the hell it was. Like, it wasn't that much, but he was absolutely
he lit it up that first half of the season.
That first half of the season,
he was a force.
So I think the combination of those two things make Danny Dimes look far more adequate than he actually was, and then he got hurt.
Yeah.
Right.
Sorry, that's who I thought you were talking about. I said Anthony Richardson, but I meant Taylor. Yeah. He was.
Anthony Richardson played a part in the narrative.
He did.
To be honest, the whole thing was I thought they were bringing in Danny Dimes just to give AR some sort of, like, oh, hey, we'll start Danny Dimes. Don't make us. And they're like, oh shit, this guy's actually playing better than AR. And then AR, it caved in his face with a rubber band. And then like, okay, well, I guess we are going with Dimes. So.
What a fucking joke that was.
Crazy.
All right, we can round some more out. What do we got here? We had kind of a, I don't know if this is a shocker based on like, dude was giving off vibes in the Super Bowl MVP speech, but the Super Bowl MVP leaves his current team. Kenneth Williams III signs with KC. What do we make of that one?
It's a big
deal.
It's a bigger deal than I think people are really giving it.
It's huge.
That
Kenneth
the run
Walker,
game was
sorry, I
a
said Williams
huge
Walker.
gap in the game. I knew, yeah. CW3, but
Yeah.
I think that was a huge gap in their game, and obviously with Pacheco coming back from
going
injury,
out.
yeah. I mean that was never going to be, that was its own.
And that was
narrative.
it was never a
signed-
really long-term solution either.
Yeah.
I mean, he
Pacheco
was a
kind of
fantastic
He was.
Flash in the
hit on
pan.
like a late
Yeah.
round pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, he didn't have the
but
longevity,
he was
but
serviceable.
they maximized him for where he was
They
picked
got
in.
they got every
And he got-
every cent out of him.
He still signed
Oh, yeah.
too. I mean, it was for peanuts. I think like a couple mil, but he signed somewhere recently.
I mean, and they honestly they made lemonade out of Hunt last year, like 31-year-old Kareem Hunt or however the old he is. I mean, he was really solid, receiving back last year too. So
It does-
an actual, honest to God, good running back in that backfield. That's not good for the AFC. I'll tell you that. Like no one is excited about that signing.
It's
on
a
the
scary
AFC
thing
side.
for sure.
And Pacheco moved to the Lions.
Lions, yeah, that's who it was.
Oh, okay.
I forgot where he
So
signed.
there's
but I
your
know he signed.
Monty. There's
He's
your
he's the Monty replacement. Yeah,
Your physical. Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, like I like it's tough because I've been a fantasy owner of Kenneth Walker from time to time. I like the guy.
It's
He
a love
puts up.
hate.
It's love hate for sure. So
It's a love hate.
I don't necessarily think this is a home run, but on a team like KC where they're always dangerous, putting the reigning Super Bowl MVP on that team in a position of need is about the best you could basically ask for, and that makes things more dangerous.
And I'll be curious this year with Mahomes coming off an injury, if they pivot a little bit and they lean heavily into the running game.
Good call,
right?
Very good call.
And
They should now.
They absolutely
right.
should.
And I mean, the chinks in the armor were starting to show last year with Mahomes, right? He wasn't as accurate. He was having some trouble. I mean, of course, they had all types of offensive troubles. Obviously,
Offensive line.
Kelsey, they just signed for one more year, and
He's back like cook
Yeah.
crack.
right. So,
Yeah.
but I definitely think that the dynasty is starting to sunset, and I think they lean in heavily into the run game this year.
That's a good call.
And they make
I can
some
see
hay.
that. I can
Well,
see
now
that.
they
And you got a great
the
back
enemy,
to
the
do
enemy
that.
back.
Yeah.
The enemy.
Well, and here's
a
the other
running back.
thing that
Guru.
here's the other thing that I think that made Walker sort of a love-hate relationship in Seattle was go back to his first year. They were like, this guy's a top 5 running back immediately. And then what do they do the next year? They draft Charbonnet in like the second.
Right.
And then they're like, oh, well, we really want to prolong Walker. So we don't want to lean so heavy on him. So we're going to go a 2 running back and we'll be like a 1A, 1B. And Charbonnet was really good. So you just never knew which one was going to pop, right? So that's not going to be the case now.
The running back
And
position in the
there is-
NFL is just weird to me. But yeah,
It
go
is-
ahead,
it's-
Jason.
No, I was just gonna say, and there is something to be said for, the lather effect, right? Like they got to get the momentum going. They got to get the juggernaut going, right? I think the more you run, especially with a lot of these guys in the NFL, I'd say like 60-70% of these guys, the more you give them the ball, the better they get during a game.
Right.
So
and that's what that dovetails kind of into the point that I was trying to make, is that the running back is such a weird kind of role. Like, like everybody stands up on blast and says, as an offense, we want to be a run first offense. We want to run to set up our pass. We want to run to set up our pass. But like the modern NFL is obviously pass heavy. And so like there's people who pay lip service to that, but then immediately just tuck tail and go straight to their passing game. And, like and then you factor in there was this wave of like a two-headed horse at running back as well too, like trying to force that narrative. I feel like let's get two guys in here that have different styles of running, where you have to
you get rid of the fullback.
Yeah, exactly. Not only do you have to to honor the run, but you have to honor two styles of the run. But people still refuse to commit to that, and like a lot of teams refuse to kind of commit to that. And now it's kind of like almost to the point where this is now swinging the pendulum back to like a featured back kind of style. And it's not changing the fact that a lot of people just refuse to buy in to full on into the narrative of a running game first to set up your passing game. So it's super interesting. I'm curious to see how specifically KC handles Walker, having being like he's in a feature back on a pass heavy offense, where they've with Bieniemy, who's a running back guru, who could turn this into a run first to set up the pass offense in an era of the Chiefs where the passing game is on the decline. It's very interesting to me to watch this narrative as it unfolds next season.
We do have a little bit of, I'm not going to say breaking, but I just a buddy shared a video with me from ML Football. It says, just in, former Bengals star cornerback Adam Pac-Man Jones said that Cincinnati could be on the verge of trading for star pass rusher Max Crosby. It says in the tweet, it says, and he's got a video where he's like, whatever. It says, Pac-Man says really good sources are telling him that Crosby to Cincinnati could be a very legitimate reality.
I see this
possibility.
And Max is like, no.
Don't hate.
I don't know. I honestly, like I said yesterday, as soon as it popped, I was like, watch Crosby go to Cincinnati just so that he can play against the Ravens twice a season.
It's a spiteful thing.
Sure, spite. Oh
right.
yeah, for sure.
Like at this point, I can't rule that out because of just how this
that game
whole
would
thing,
be electric.
Like
Between
how this,
Trey,
the way that this saga has like played out, it's like fucking AFC incest right now. Like just
it's weird.
It's very weird.
I don't remember an off season where there was more interconference trading than this.
Right. Yeah. I'm
Craziness.
so fascinated. There was a part of me before we got on, we were like, God, I hope he gets traded while we're live so we could break.
Yeah, I know, right? So I have a buddy that we're both really big into dynasty football. So whenever news breaks, we're always shooting stuff back and forth to each other. And I saw his notification pop up. I'm like, uh-oh, is this Max? Is that yeah. So
no, that's interesting.
keep an eye on it.
Yeah, obviously, I think that it makes a lot of sense from the Cincinnati perspective. I also heard that Cincinnati claimed to have been not looking for edge rusher, not looking to spend on an edge rusher, which was an interesting.
Exactly what I would say if I wanted to.
Right, you're not wrong about that.
Position.
You're not wrong about that. So we'll keep an eye on that situation for sure.
I don't know. That guy's scary as it is. So you put a vendetta in that lunatic. God knows what that man's capable of.
That's the interesting thing too. There was a part of me, not to go back to that, but that was wondering just how keen Max Crosby was on going to Baltimore. we forget that this is not a free agency signing. This is a trade, and he did not have a lot of leverage in that situation, and he didn't necessarily build up a lot of goodwill to have leverage.
He immediately started tweeting like flock and like all these things, and then they pulled out, and he's like.
But he also tweeted that he's a Raider for life, and that he hopes that when he retires, they could sign him as a Raider
kind of
so he can retire.
Well, he's got the tattoo. He's kind of got to.
Right.
But
I watched the podcast.
Say something about fentanyl too.
Yeah, it was a joke. It was a joke.
It was a joke. Yeah. Oh, they found fentanyl.
I mean, I was gonna make a similar joke because like he did post a video to his socials of like him just vibing out like high as a fucking giraffe ass at some party that he threw for himself when he got signed by the Ravens. Like he's 6 years sober from alcohol, really? But he's clearly not 6 years sober from smoking the devil's lettuce.
Just sober, serious, generally.
Just out
he's
there,
not flipping his
I haven't heard that term used in a while.
Yeah, the electric lettuce.
The electric lettuce. Right.
Yeah, he was, but yeah. So I was gonna make a similar joke. I didn't go the fentanyl route. I was gonna go with the weed route. But
that was straight
what were we
from the
talking
top
about?
rope on the fentanyl joke.
Yeah, he did. He went straight for the jug. Yeah, for sure. What else do we got? All right, we got more.
I still love one of my favorite parts of the end of this last season was then like, oh yeah, he's injured, he's not gonna be able to play, and he's posting videos on social media of him like, playing basketball, obviously doing just fine.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
We got
a couple more.
We got some more to go through. Yeah.
Signings.
Okay. We're gonna speed round all the things that happened with the Bears because I don't want to talk about it too much. DJ Moore traded to Buffalo. We got a second back. Happy with that. You can't complain about getting a second round pick for DJ Moore. He's going to be close to 30.
He's going to be their ace. He's going to be their X.
Sucks to lose him, but if there was a win-win situation for both teams, I think that was it.
Yeah.
Like he gets to go to a great team that's going to compete for a Super Bowl. Bears get a second round pick out of it.
That is desperate for a wide receiver of his.
Desperate for a star.
The Bears have plenty.
Which is ironic too, because they have an interesting wide receiver room too. They got a lot of like people who could be good but also could be bad. So this to me feels like it brings the rest of the receiving room up for them a little bit. So
for sure. Yeah. I mean, it brings the.
I feel like
they haven't had anybody since Diggs.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Right. I feel like this right size of the lineup. Shakir was never a wide receiver 1 talent. Yeah. He's definitely a wide receiver 2 talent, which pushes Keon Coleman back down to 3 where he belongs.
Right.
I feel like
at the moment he's got upside.
Brings balance to their wide receiver room.
Yeah. So I like that, and I did not think that anybody in Chicago expected to get a 2 back. So I'm pretty happy that we got a 2 back for him.
I did.
You expected a 2 back for him?
There you go.
I really thought he was worthy of a 2 for sure.
I mean, his play, I'll agree with.
Yeah.
Even that is still.
Remember, this is Diggs. They're used to Diggs, so the attitude is a non-factor.
That's a tough one. That's a tough one. And I know I said we were going to speed round these, but now you got me. Now you got me talking about him. There was some plays. There always have been some plays with DJ Moore where we question his motivation and his effort. So we'll take those out of the mix and we'll just say what he's capable of. His play, the ceiling for his play, in my opinion, is definitely worth a 2. But his age, his contract, and then you throw in some of the questionable effort, to me, drop that squarely out of a 2. So I'm happy that we got a 2 back for him. I can't complain about that one. I love DJ Moore.
Yeah.
I'm gonna miss him. Gonna miss what he did to the Packers.
The team loved him too.
Loved him too. He got a bad rep, in my opinion. I don't feel like his effort was his effort issues were poorly motivated or like something that spoke to something deeper. I just think
I do think he gave up on that ball that Caleb threw. He got the intercepted against the Rams. I do think he
on some pretty pivotal plays.
Right. I think he gave up on that. I think he gave up on that ball. I don't think it was.
I'll say this.
I don't think it was a lack of effort. I think it was a miscommunication. I don't think he thought that he was in the play. So
Caleb,
but he should have.
Caleb and him were never quite always on the same page. It did not
seem like they meshed.
They didn't mesh great. And for that matter, I feel like Caleb is the type of guy that wants you to, as a wide receiver, to be in his mind and vice versa. And if you don't mesh well yet with him, like he wants to be able to the point where he can make a slight movement with his hand and you go to a spot you're expected to be so he could throw that ball exactly where you want it to be. Like he's always trying to do that, in my opinion.
I think he and Odunze get there this year.
Right. I hope they do. I hope he gets there with anybody. With anybody, because that's like if you can get on that same wavelength with somebody where you can start throwing to spots rather than to routes and like really hone in on like getting people open, even if the corner understands the route, that to me it would be awesome. I hope he gets there with somebody, but like Caleb just seems to have this very cerebral for
Caleb and Odunze? Is this year 3?
Oh no, this would be year 2 for them.
No. Oh yeah, year 3. It would be.
No, 3. You're right. Yeah, you are right. Year 3.
3.
Yeah.
I was thinking for a second there. I was thinking about Burden, which is Burden's on year 2.
Burden's on year 2.
Burden will be on year 2 this year. Odunze will be on year 3. I think this is historically, obviously, there's some outliers, the Chases, the JJs, or whatever. This is the breakout year for wide receivers.
Year for sure.
Yeah.
All right. So the other Bears that got signed or traded for, we got Khalif Raymond, who's an awesome. We let Zacchaeus go.
Right?
Detroit. Yeah. We let Zacchaeus go, and we let Devin Duvernay go. Though that was a wide receiver and a Duvernay. Yeah. We let Duvernay go, and we
Duvernay. I'm like, who the hell's Duvernay?
Oh, whatever. Sorry. Yeah. We let Duvernay and we let Zacchaeus go. And we get Khalif Raymond in return, which is a 2-for-1 in my opinion, because I feel like Khalif can play the slot and he could be a return guy. Good with that one. Garrett Bradbury was a trade for a center as soon as our center decided to abruptly retire after 5 seasons in the NFL. And we paid him the bag, plays 1 with the Bears. Then he decides to retire. So we got a stopgap solution in Garrett Bradbury, so I'm good with that one. Neville Gallimore, you're not okay with that one?
Best they can. No, I think it was the best they can do, but I don't love it. No, I
think
he's bottom 3rd NFL center.
There's a Kansas State center that they've been linked to in the draft, who's scary good.
We'll see.
I think. So I don't think that they're done with center, but I think that this is their stopgap solution. Like I said,
they still got Luke Newman, so there's that.
Yeah, Neville Gallimore. He's a every technique defensive lineman that we got out of the Colts. There's some upside to this guy.
Stop.
There's some upside.
No.
There is.
No.
He's high motor.
No.
He's high motor.
No. You just I don't want any Colt player on my team anymore. No Eberflus progenies, whatever you say, progenies. Whatever Progeny? No. That was just no players. No. Prodigy? No.
Firestarter? Smack my
bitch
up.
I don't know.
What are we talking about?
Oh. Great. Anyway. Yes. No players from the Colts that were from the Eberflus era. We don't want that.
I don't know. So, I'm curious on him. I think he could be kind of good. He's got a high motor and he can play anywhere along the line. So he's a good, flexible piece. He was on the Colts and he was part of the Eberflus era. So we'll see. The two crown jewels to date so far for me are Devin Bush and Kobe Bryant. Devin Bush breakout year with the Browns.
With the Browns.
Yeah, first round draft pick for as a linebacker. Scary fast. I think he could fit good.
He's been a little hot and cold though too. So
he has been
last year was his real breakout year. So we're hoping he can continue that.
But what? So he replaces Tremaine Edmonds, who signed with New York Giants. Yeah,
of a jumper.
Yeah,
right.
And the thing I always hated about Tremaine Edmonds was he was terrible in pass coverage. Supposedly, Devin Bush is.
Well, the Giants are excited to have him.
Right. They are.
Along with
He's not
Isaiah
a bad
Likely,
player.
which I think.
And
right,
Isaiah Likely, yes.
Isaiah Likely is the Malik Willis of tight ends. Like, this guy has deserved a starting role for like years now. I feel like hopefully he finally gets his shot.
Yeah.
He's just been stuck behind for a while there, a dominant tight end in there with the Ravens, but I'm hoping for him on this one.
Yeah.
So yeah,
agreed.
Bush and Bryant to me are the two crown jewels. I like the Kobe Bryant signing. Can't be mad about signing a defensive back who's a starter in the Super Bowl and had a good year. So he's got he's got something to prove still. But I think if you're going after people in an area of need, he's a guy to go for.
It's a good one.
Yeah,
it's a good one.
So that's it on the Bears. What what else, bro? What else?
Hey, ETN to the Big Easy I feel like is an interesting one too.
That was an easy, no pun intended, but that was an easy call to make for sure. That's close to home for him.
Yes, but Kamara is apparently less than thrilled, and Kamara has been about the only redeeming quality of that offense since Drew Brees left. Right. So
the thing with Kamara though is that he's a good back, but he's a better receiver.
He's a receiving back, but he's been the only thing that they've had going for him.
Right, but you can't be like, I guess you can't if you're Kamara. Can you be mad at the fact that they're going to bring in a guy who's not like he's not what you are, in a position where you're the anomaly, because you're a receiving back? One of the best
seasons of his career was early on when it was him and Ingram as the left and the right, but I don't know.
The Sonic and Knuckles.
That's interesting that he's not happy about that, but
I guess more accurately, it has called to question what's the best way to say it? Basically,
whether Kamara is keen to stay put in the Big Easy.
It's not clear what his role is going to be and for how long. Which is making him uneasy.
Fair enough.
I don't know that it's anything against Etienne as much as it is just a lack of transparency on what to expect, what his role is going to be.
Well, I feel like at some point he's got to feel like he wants to get out of there anyway. So maybe this is like he's been stuck in the mud over there for a while now, I feel like. And there's always been talks every trade deadline. There's a talk about who can acquire Kamara. Nobody ever does.
Right.
So
Speaking
I imagine
of which, guys that have been stuck on their teams forever, Mike Evans moving on to
San Fran.
Which I think is
everybody thought that Evans would retire a Buccaneer, but alas, he goes to the power plant to blow off his ligaments.
He broke his decade-long 1,000 receiving yards record. He's like, all right, that was the only thing holding me here. I'm out.
Right, I'm done.
Now I want a championship.
Which sucks too, because my old ass always confuses San Fran and Tampa Bay every single time. Like similar color scheme. Yeah, this is not going to help at all. Every time I see him out there catching passes for San Fran from Brock Purdy, I'm just be like, is that fucking Tampa Bay again? Just tearing it up.
I don't know that's. I would think that New Orleans was more like Tampa Bay as far as color scheme, or not Tampa Bay.
Well, the gold is
red and gold,
but they're red and gold. Yeah,
red and gold.
Yeah, and they're coastal.
And Bucks, red and gold. Yeah, black.
Yeah, it's like anytime you see
really red and gold though.
They're red, black, and gold.
Yeah, the Bucks
gold?
are red and gold. It's gold. It's like a pewter gold, but the point is anytime you see them, they're in some sun at home. They're in some sunny fucking playing field, and they're gleaming with their sparkly gold, sparkly pants.
I would say
and red
pewter.
jerseys. It is pewter.
That's fine.
No, it is. I don't know. I don't know why.
I'm gonna die on.
Yeah, it's not a hill. I don't know why. I always confuse San Fran and Tampa Bay.
But Nolans has gold helmets.
But they have no red. Not even.
Red.
Yeah, but they got gold and black and.
Well, there's plenty of teams that have gold. It's not the gold. It's more the
not
red.
Metallic gold.
Okay.
That's Vegas gold. No.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I don't know. Yeah.
We're
Anyway,
losing
Trent
track here.
McDuffie got traded to the LA Rams from KC. He got a bag too, $4 million for 124. So he gets traded, and then he signs an extension.
Speaking of the West Coast, there, Trent Williams is going to be I feel like that's the last big. I mean, you got Crosby, but like I would argue that Trent Williams is the new like belle of the ball. Like whoever gets him is going to be absolutely thrilled.
Yeah.
Like I would much rather have him than Crosby, personally. But
Yeah, you're not wrong
at least
about that.
For our needs, yes.
For
We need
your
to keep
needs,
Burrow
yes.
upright for
Right.
sure. Like
For your needs.
we can get
forget-
defensive help in the
God.
draft. I'd much rather have a veteran offensive line.
This is
more
how
than
crazy-
Any position outside
this is
of
how
Even though
crazy-
he's what, 30? Isn't he like 35? 30?
I
Is he?
mean,
Yeah.
Age
Whitworth
is just a
played till he was
number.
like 44. Like
I don't know. Big
Trent
men don't last that
Williams
long.
I
he's
forget
37.
He's 37.
that is pretty old.
Dude, I give him a 3-year deal now. That
Okay.
monster of a human
Okay.
being, 100%. I'm throwing him a 3-year deal tonight.
I mean, as a name,
That dude is a 99 overall on like Madden for the last like 11 years.
that's
That is-
I'm
He's a stud.
I'm not going to disagree from a name perspective. The age definitely scares me a little bit, but like it just goes to show you how crazy this free agency is when like I completely forgot Trent Williams is still out there as a potential candidate.
Well, that's because no deal, nothing's been done yet. So
No,
he's
but
not
like-
off the table.
No, he's not. That's what I mean. Is like I can't believe somebody hasn't
Yeah.
signed him yet.
Right.
You know, like
We'll
it's
see.
just maybe
Next
it's the
couple days.
age that's scaring people away, but we'll see what happens. Like there's just so much of a frenzy going on across the NFL, and I was happy to talk about it with you guys. This was awesome.
Oh, I know. Yeah,
Well,
I
was
think,
itching.
think
I was
everyone's
itching for it all
probably
week.
Afraid. It's probably afraid of the extended exposure that he's had out there in the valley,
Right.
like the all those power lines and shit.
Right. That's the powers. That's the substation.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, meme it up.
Memes. We got lots to
Meme it.
cover. Let's do it.
It's time for some news.
All right, there was obviously tons and tons of content. I got a good amount. We'll see if the quality matches the quantity. We're going to start off with one of the themes that I've kind of been sticking to right now, which is old age. This one had me kind of rolling. So I bent down to tie my shoelaces. It looks like you've been in a crash. Emergency call. I can relate.
Nice.
I can relate. Anytime I walk more than a block, my iPhone and iWatch want to ask me if you're doing some exercises.
Alive.
Shit. Should I be tracking this right now? I feel
Right.
like I should be tracking
Should be
this.
calling emergency?
Right, yeah. Should we get 911 dialed in your phone so you can hit 1 if you need medical emergency?
Yeah. Does anyone else's like Apple Watch or phone tell them you should do some breathing exercises right now, like 12 times a day? Because my
No, I
phone
don't.
is severely
turned all that
concerned
off.
for my well-being or stress. Apparently, because
I've tried to turn all of that off. Like
You're
it's
just
like
really relaxed.
look,
all.
we,
yeah, that's
Yeah.
Right, that's it.
look, we were trained on data from a bunch of fucking vegan emaciated marathon runners in San Francisco and the Bay Area. So we're not used to you fucking Midwesterner obese sit on your ass for
Shallow breathing,
11
5 breaths
yeah,
per minute.
we're not used to this. What do we do?
Resting heart rate 95.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
This doesn't compete with our algorithm right now. Should we call the cops?
Right.
All right. We didn't even there's so much fucking news, man. So we got the first two. Geno Smith traded to the Jets. Max Crosby traded to the Ravens, called off. Team USA lost to Italy in the fucking World Baseball Classic.
they did not lose. We got
whooped.
embarrassed.
Yeah.
And
It
that
was
was
by a bunch of
Shellacking.
poor poor management.
By a bunch of
yeah.
Well, DeRosa, who fucking sucks because he's a ex-Cub, said he didn't even he went on the podium and said he didn't even know that mathematically they could have been eliminated. So it's like what the fuck are you doing?
And
out
then
there?
they rolled out the B team.
Yeah.
In that game, they just completely overlooked. They were totally looking past Italy.
And fucking Italy's out there. They got goddamn espresso machines in their dugout. Right. I was watching that whole thing.
They were going to be jacked up.
No, because I think Italians are so used to having espresso that just puts them to an even level. Like they're basically like
mellows them out.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden out of nowhere,
it brings them to the perfect, perfect combination.
Right.
The Leahy, we're going with the Leahy combination again. Like us Midwesterners like to ride the line between blackout and dead, and the Italian team likes to ride the wave between cocaine and espresso.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah.
All right.
And then Bam.
That
Bam
me off.
Out of bio.
News.
83 fucking points, man.
Would Bam piss you off?
Yes. We could spend whole 30 minutes on that crap. That whole thing pissed me off.
Why?
No. What?
Why?
Because he had because both teams
free throws?
were helping him get there. He had 46 effing free throws.
Not wrong about that.
He had 46 free throws?
46 free throws.
Free throws. Attempts. I think he got 33 of those, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
But
that at least a third of his points, yeah.
Right. And both teams
I did not hear that part.
And they were fouling him. Yeah, they were just fouling him to get him to the line. Just so that he
Was this like a Make-A-Wish situation? Why the hell is
Right.
the other team helping him?
Exactly.
We're tired of Kobe and Will out there. We just got to put
give Bam some
Bam. Yeah,
right
like on there.
Right.
Let's
Kobe
give
legit
him the
gets
second
82
most
points
in a game all time or whatever.
Right. Kobe legit gets 82 points, and here they are, like making fetch happen.
Doctoring.
I mean, they were fouling him from what I saw. Like I saw somebody do a supercut.
They totally were.
Of all the fouls, so it wasn't like it was cheap, but it calls into question what their motivation was.
It is a complete snapshot on this entire league and why it's just terrible right now.
Why?
It's sad.
What was the final score? It wasn't like a blowout.
140.
Oh, I guess they did score like 150 or something.
Yeah, it was like at least one.
It was
yeah,
an all-star game score.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
I think that's one of the biggest things that led to me just like losing interest. And we've talked about it before, but like I grew up in Indiana where like basketball is king, right? And in Indiana basketball, it is Bob Knight style. You slap the floor, you play defense, fundamental.
Yeah, you ain't getting that in the NBA.
And to see guys like shoot and then every single one of them just walk back
is so terrible. There's no defense. The
infuriating.
Defense, the traveling. We won't watch it in our house.
The 10-step layups.
Oh my God, the traveling is like. Rest assured, I feel like something is coming soon. There's about to be like a reset across the league. I think both players, coaches, ownership. I think everybody's kind of had it with this. Steve Kerr's out here advocating for 10 less games a year. LeBron's out here just doing whatever the fuck LeBron does, flopping all over the place.
Forcing his team to spend a first-round pick on him.
On his son.
So he doesn't leave.
Bam out of Bio's out here scoring 83 points with 40-something free throw attempts. Something's got to give. Adam Silver has already gone on record saying that he's trying to figure out creative ways to change the draft to prevent people from tanking. So something's got to give because the NBA is not in a good spot right now.
Well, I'll tell you too, it's having a trickle down effect too. Because if you've been watching any college games, and I've been watching quite a few.
Yeah. March Madness.
It's starting to have an effect. Like you're just seeing a lot. It's still great. It's still great basketball. Don't get
better than
the I much prefer college.
Yeah, sure. I'll watch college any day. But the level of subjectivity and foul calls and the lack of defense is starting to become a problem.
I get it though. To me,
I
feel like
there's for some teams, not across the board, but for some teams.
Across all sports, to me, and this will be a good topic to maybe discuss on a future podcast. Across all sports, I feel like dialing in the amount of games you should play in a season is an art form that not a lot of sports are focusing in on. Because I do happen to think that the NBA is suffering right now from just overexposure and like exhaustion from players who are also not motivated to condition themselves to support the season that they have to go through. I mean, like you could watch like James Harden. Oh my God, you could watch that guy all day long. He's basically like, a couple of hoagies away from being one of us out there, but he somehow has the skills to cover it up. But anytime you look deeply into the way that dude plays, he just plays like doesn't give a shit. And like, that's how a lot of people are these days. And something's got to give. So
yeah, I think that's an epidemic in sports nowadays.
Yeah.
Just
I am surprised.
All right, this is supposed to be funny. It's got to be memes. Come on.
Well, last thing here. Yeah, like last little bit of thing here. Of all of the sports that are like, that just harps and harps and harps on tradition and everything like that, I would say MLB is at the top of that list. But even the MLB has been tweaking and finding ways to adjust to bring people back to the game with like the pitch clock and like, like speeding games up because people were saying it was too slow and it wasn't interesting enough. Or like now starting to do things like review, like, video review.
You got to be smart about it though, too, because like there's also the draw of baseball where more than any other sport, the cerebral aspect of baseball, because of the speed at which the game is played, becomes more in focus. And that's the part that I did not appreciate when I was younger about baseball, is that few other sports outside of golf give you the ability to analyze what you're about to see to the level of baseball, where you can use your brain.
It's chess.
It's chess. Exactly. You don't have to anticipate reactively to what's going on. There's some degree of that, but you can also tell yourself in that 30 seconds between pitches, if the ball comes to me on the left, I'm going to do this. If the ball's popped up, I'm going to do this.
You have to know where it's going based on all the possible scenarios before it's hit. Because if you wait until after it's hit, you're too late.
Right. And so I don't want baseball to move so far in the other direction to where you ruin that beautiful part of the game. But I also agree that you don't want people sitting there for 3 hours, 4 hours to watch a baseball game where some guys just stomp, just
watch a pitcher shake off 7 pitches and
exactly, or dig his heel into the fucking rubber for 5 seconds before he even contemplates what he wants to do. So I agree, but yeah. All right, moving on. Oh shit! Why did this get? Can you turn sideways? I'll read this to you. This was Draymond Green. Sometimes parents come to me and they say, "Yo, my son played just like you," and I think to myself, "Man, your son is ass."
Draymond is always good for some wild.
I don't know how that got turned
out there comment.
I gotta turn it sideways, but all right.
Hey, you saw it here first, folks.
Yeah.
Nothing,
This didn't happen, but because Stephon got released, but Tyreek Hill and Stephon Diggs on the same team would turn daycare owners in New England into multimillionaires.
Oh man, could you imagine?
Seriously,
that goes that meme goes hard.
What are you doing? Yeah. Opening up a daycare in New England.
Right.
Oh, this one got me. Good. Kevin O'Connell has reportedly drawn up a goal line jumbo package inspired by the late Mike Leach that involves Christian Darrisaw lining up a QB and throwing Kyler Murray over the pile for a touchdown. He's so tiny. Look at how tiny he is. It's cute.
That's in like NFL Blitz type, like
you gotta love AI.
Cheat code.
The world of AI is just turned. This whole podcast is propped up. The whole meme segment is propped up on AI.
It's coming for us all, but not before it tickles us fancy with all these
Absolutely
internet uses.
So we had a fun little exchange here between Wendy's and Geno Smith. I don't know, just throwing strays. In case things don't work out in free agency, we're looking for a chief tasting officer for some point, which is funny enough as in and of itself, because Wendy's social media is always coming with the heat. But then they got Geno to fire back. Wendy's sales plunged last quarter, so Geno says, "Get your cheese up first."
Attaboy, Geno.
Yeah, I like it. He wasn't having none of that. Wasn't having it.
That's
That's
quality.
classic.
Here we go. Romeo Dobbs season incoming. Revenge season incoming right now.
That's great.
I'm telling you right now, hand to God, if I see a Romeo Dobbs meme, it's going in. Just so you know, there's no gatekeeping on any Romeo Dobbs Guardian Cap memes ever on the show.
I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this.
All right, Raiders, please don't trade Max Crosby. I have him tattooed on me. Homeboy, you do not have Max Crosby tattooed on you.
You do not have Max Crosby.
I don't know who the fuck that is. That guy's been working in a mine for like his entire life.
Yeah, that's not Max guy. Sorry.
Nope.
What?
Sure isn't.
What is that?
Not sure what it is.
Is that the guy waiting at the Enterprise car rental line?
Not sure what this is either. Looks like a 60 patch, but it's backwards.
I don't know what that is.
What is going on?
We did leave out one pretty big signing, which Lean Green, thank you for bringing that up. Rico down to the Steelers is not nothing. Like that's not no news.
No.
I mean, so I think that'll be interesting. Especially with McCarthy there.
For sure.
Wait, is McCarthy in
Oh. I thought you said JJ. I thought you were talking JJ McCarthy. I was like, what? Did he get released?
No.
You mean Mike McCarthy?
Now I'm looking at pictures
McCarthy.
of Max Crosby and trying to compare it to this tab.
No, this is not even. There's no universe.
I wanted to see if it was like.
I think it's the wrong race.
Remotely.
Yeah, unless Max Crosby was working in a coal mine, there's no way that this
they
guy
messed up everything but the number. Like,
yeah, pretty much. And even the number is like way too big. Like he doesn't have a belly like that. I don't know. Anyway, they told me this would be a top 5 TV if you just have the right cords and cables around it.
Nice.
I mean, that one's solid. One's solid.
Pretty solid meme for sure. All right, we talked about this a little bit earlier. Mike Evans hamstrings when the substation is within range.
Nice.
10 head takes.
I like it.
All right. Oh, this. I only put this one in there because
you never used mine. I had the good one with the Mike Evans thing.
You did have a better one, Mike Evans.
That was a good one.
Well, I want all the memes to be surprises. If you send me the memes and they're not surprises,
it's still funny.
I know it was a good one. Yours was better. I'll give you that much for sure. But this one harkens back to one of our all-time favorite memes. Patrick Mahomes lookalike has the whole mall surrounding him. So this is the Pat Manholes walking around in the mall. Tell me if you think that looks like him. It's Pat Bat-holes or whatever. You remember that meme?
It kind of looks like him. I mean,
it does kind of look like him.
Glasses and everything.
But you remember the meme though, right?
Yeah. Oh, how could I forget?
It's Pat Manholes.
Oh, yeah.
We're bringing Pat Manholes back.
Pat Manholes.
That's definitely Pat Manholes, I'm sure.
Yes, that's definitely Pat Manholes.
All right, this one, I don't know. This one kept showing up in my fucking reels. I thought it was funny.
Matthew, be careful, it's slippery right there, so. Jesus Christ! Come back, Matthew! Oh, God. Matthew, God. Rebecca, you can't see Matthew? Oh, Jesus. Tell Matthew to come back.
Matthew gone. One more time.
Matthew, be careful, it's slippery right there, so. Jesus Christ! Come back, Matthew! Oh, God. Matthew, God. Rebecca, you can't see Matthew? Oh, Jesus. Tell Matthew to come back.
Matthew gone. Matthew gone, man. You'll never see him, Matthew
That's
again.
Awesome.
Rebecca, you see Matthew? No, he's gone.
I hope Matthew's okay.
I hope he is too. All right, yeah, this was definitely 100% me watching maybe it's not for you, Jason, because you're a snowboarder now. But this was me watching the Olympics, snowboarding, commentating.
Max Whitlock on the curtain rail, hoping for a full colon. Quilted wrists, folds like a crepe. Semi-detached bungalow. Cinnamon opinion, ankles. Oh, luxury balloon vol-au-vent and a custard cream, nice hors d'oeuvre, let down with a biscuit. Fantastic composure on the dingus, Eskimo in a kayak. Buttery palms, really easing him into a lobster bisque. Chin hammock, hands akimbo. Wagamamas, fistful of jam pots, bit light on the chutney, sweet chili, no parking. Really testing the durability of his Spanx there. Winding up for a spooky bassoon. There's the colon, 16 hamsters, called them all Dave. Anus down, lips to the floor, shout at your nan. What a Tuesday.
What a Tuesday. I mean, accurate. Accurate.
I can't.
We lost Jason.
We lost him. Oh, gosh.
Please send it to me. Please send it to me.
Yes, you could have it.
That was awesome. Oh my gosh, that was great. I needed that.
Oh, man. All right.
I was waiting for that.
That was the best I got. I know we always got to close it out on some
music.
Musical so
outro.
Yeah, so I'm drinking some beers tonight, but drinking some cut waters and a lot of things. So we'll close it out with a bar song. This is the Shabuzi, a bar song, but it's Irish folk, and this has no business being this good. So here we go, folks. Grab your beers, raise them up. Let's end it.
It's gonna be good. Come on!
Well, my baby want a Birkin, she's been telling me all night long. Gasoline and groceries, the list goes on and on. There's 9 to 5 ain't working, why the hell do I work so hard? I can't worry about my problems, I can't take them when I'm gone. Up 1, here comes the 2, to the 3, to the 4. Tell them bring another round, we need plenty more. 2 stepping on the table, she don't need a dance floor. Oh my good lord. Someone pour me up a double shot of whiskey. They know me and Jack Daniels got a history. There's a party downtown near 5th Street. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy.
I don't hate it. That's pretty awesome.
I've been boozy since I left. I ain't changing for a check. Tell my mom.
There you have it, folks. That had
Not bad.
no business
Not
being
bad
that
at all.
good. It really did not.
It was impressive.
How's it going? I like
All right, fellas. Good show. I was so happy to get on and talk football with you guys. It was a great week for NFL.
This one for sure.
In the free agency. It did not disappoint. I was hoping we would have some good content, and we certainly did. So cheers to you guys.
Yeah,
cheers to everybody that hung out with us.
There'll be more where that came from, I'm sure.
Oh yeah,
I'm
we'll
sure
see.
it'll be-
We'll see what the next week gives us.
It's gonna be a wild week, I have a
We
feeling.
still have some
so-
big names out there. Obviously,
Yep.
Crosby, Kyler, Williams.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's going to the
Could
Vikes.
be an
That's
interesting week.
basically done deal. So
We'll
all right,
see.
fellas.
All right.
We'll see you
Peace
next
out.
week. Take care, everybody.
See ya. Bye.
Cheers.
Cheers.